Welcome back, and I'm Leslie Johnson. Welcome back to another sports betting episode here in the locker room. And if you're new to the channel, hit that notification bell and the subscribe button so you always get notified anytime my videos come out here on the channel. That way, also, you're getting it at the best value as I'm giving it to you here on the channel as well. Guys, let's talk about our last video on the parlays I gave. But before we get into it, let's just look at a quick outline of today's video. Let's see how we're going to get through today's video. First, we're going to start out with the picks and parlays I gave you in my previous video before diving into our injury report for the day. Again, the injury report always pertains to the picks and parlays I'm giving you here on the channel before diving into our picks and parlays for today, January 22nd. All right, so time for a quick recap. Let's start off with the first parlay I gave you in my previous video. I had LaMelo Ball to go over 19.5 points in his game. He ended off the day with 28 points, pretty sweat-free on this one. We also had LaMelo Ball to give us 3 or more assists. He ended off the day with 8. Again, another sweat-free pick. We had Joel Embiid to give us 30-plus points. He ended off the day with 36 points. He does this, guys, day in and day out. We had him also to give us 3 assists, and this is where he fell short. He ended off the day with 2 assists. Now, I've been thinking about this, been looking at it so many times. I don't know if it was a bad beat or just wrong timing. When I looked at his next game right after, he ended off that game with 5 assists, guys. So it looks like it was a mix of bad timing and a bad beat. If you look at his stats, he does this day in and day out, okay? 30 points, 3 assists, he does this day in and day out. But nonetheless, we'll take it on the chin and keep pushing forward. Let's get into the second parlay I gave you on my previous video. I gave you Valanciunas to go under 21.5 on his points, rebounds, and assists. I did mention to you that this one was risky. You could fade the first pick and take the rest. The rest hit on this parlay. LeBron James has 15-plus points, and the match did not go into overtime. So everything else hit on this parlay. It was just Valanciunas. He went over this line. He ended off the day with 30 on his PRAs. On this one, it was just a bad read on my side. Nonetheless, we did go 0-2 in my last video, but we're still up on the month. 7 parlays won here on the channel and 5 parlays lost in the month of January. All right, so let's dive into our injury report for today. But before we do, guys, as I mentioned, we're 7-5 for the month of January. We've won 7 parlays and lost 5. Most of those losses coming towards the end of this month. If you've been following, we were on a 6-0 running streak here on the channel. We were on a 6-1 as well. But nonetheless, guys, we're always going to have our hot streaks. We're going to have our cold streaks. Most important thing is bankroll management, okay? We're going to try and get back on the hot streak here today with the picks and parlays I have lined up for you for today. But most important thing is bankroll management, all right? All right, so let's jump right back into our injury report for today. Let's go all the way down to Philly. Take a look at those 76ers. We have Jaden, who's questionable for today with the ankle injury. We have Mo Bamba, who's also questionable with a knee injury. Robert, who's questionable for the day, the knee injury as well. And D'Anthony Melton, who's out for today with a back injury. Let's go all the way to Detroit and take a look at those Pistons. We have Cade Cunningham, who's out for today with a knee injury. We have Isaiah Stewart, who's also questionable for the day with an ankle injury. And we have Morris, who's doubtful for today with a quad injury. Let's go all the way to Milwaukee and take a look at those Bucks. We have Giannis, who's probable for today with that right shoulder injury that he acquired in a few games back. And then let's go all the way down to San Antonio and take a look at those Spurs. We have Collins, who's questionable for today, ankle injury. Barlow, also questionable for today. And City, who's out for today with an ankle injury. That's our injury report for today. All right, so let's jump into my best picks and best parlays for January 22nd and NBA. And guys, we're going to start with the first parlay. It is a plus 110 on Bet365. We're going to kick it off with Damian Lillard to give us 20.5 plus points in this game here today against the Detroit Pistons, a team that gives up a lot of points to the point guard position. And we've seen that in Damian Lillard's previous games. They struggled to guard him. He's scored 34 points, 33 points, and 45 points in his last 3 games against them. 45 points coming just on January 20th, a few days ago. He's averaging this season 25 points and shooting 43% from the field. When you look back to his last 5 games, guys, he's gone over this line in 4 out of those 5 games. I like it for today. His last 5 games, he scored 45 points, 17 points, 29 points, 27 points, and 21 points. Like I said, lock it in. Damian Lillard to get above 20.5 points in today's game against the Detroit Pistons. I like this one up until about 23. He's going to go well above it, but just to play it safe, okay, guys? Also have Milwaukee on the money line to win it today against the Detroit Pistons, a team that struggles to win games this season, as we know. Also, Detroit Pistons will be without a lot of players, as we mentioned today in our injury report. All right, also on this parlay, we also have Joel Embiid to give us 30-plus points in this game, something he's been doing all season. But when we look back to his last 6 games, guys, he's given us 33 points, 36 points, 41 points, 41 points, 30 points, and 31 points, all going over this line. averaging 35 points this season. We're shooting 53% from the field. Lock it in. It's Joel Embiid to give us 30 plus points in today's game. Also, I have Philly on the money line to win this one at home against the Spurs. All right, so let's dive right into my second parlay of the day. And guys, if you made it this far throughout the video, drop me the number 3 in the comment section down below. We're going to speed quickly through this one. We have Anthony Edwards on this one to give us 20.5 plus points in his game here today. He is playing at home today. He's done this in 7 out of his last 10 games, averaging 25 points this season, 46% shooting from the field. Lock it in. It's Anthony Edwards to get it done for us, 20.5 plus points in his game here today. I also have LaMelo Ball on this one to give us 15.5 plus points in his game. Now, this guy scores 20 plus points each game, guys. If you look back to his last 4 games, he's scoring 28 points, 29 points, 21 points, 28 points, averaging 25 points this season, shooting 44% from the field. All we need is 15.5. Lock it in here today. It's LaMelo Ball to give us 15.5 points in his game. I have also Rudy Gobert on this one to give us 10 plus rebounds in his game here today. Something he's done in 9 out of his last 10 games. In the last 10 games. Now, he is going against a team that gives up a lot of rebounds from the center position, so I'm confident he's going to get it done for us here today. So lock it in as well. Rudy Gobert gives us 10 plus rebounds. Also have Timberwolves to win it here today at home. They've only lost 3 times at home, guys. Going against the Hornets today, a team that's only won 9 games this season. Lock it in. I'm confident the Timberwolves win it today at home. So this is what I have for you guys today. Good luck with both my parlays. I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.